The body of an Iraqi woman brutally beaten to death in what may have been a hate crime will be flown home now for burial. Shaima Alawadi, a 32-year-old mother of 5, died from a severe head injury after an attack at her home in Southern California last week. A note was reportedly left beside Alawadi's body telling her to go back to Iraq and calling her family terrorists.
This is America, and from what I hear, they've lived here for a long time. They're Americans. They're not anything else, and that's just, it's not acceptable today, not here.
I'm joined now by Sadaf Hane, Civil Rights Director for the Council on American-Islamic Relations in San Diego. As we learn more about this horrific story, this woman fled Iraq nearly 20 years ago to escape the persecution from Saddam Hussein and his regime, and then she meets a terrible end in the very place where she sought refuge and thought she could find a new life. So how damaging is this to the community and the mission of your council of what you're trying to accomplish?
Good morning. Thank you for having us on the show. Yeah, it is, it's a tragedy that this mother of 5 was a victim of such violence, and the fact that they fled Iraq to come here in pursuit of a better life, and she was victim to this violence. It was shocking. Our entire organization was shocked. Our community was shocked. We didn't know that such a violent act could happen in our own backyards.
Sadaf, a memorial service, as we understand, is going to be held at Alawadi's home today, organized by the local Muslim community. What message is your council trying to send now in the wake of all of this so that people can learn more about tolerance and also about finding justice, finding whoever is responsible for this attack?
Well, the memorial service is actually going to be at the Islamic Center in Lakeside this afternoon at 4. And, we do have 2 messages for the community. One, if anybody has any information regarding the beating, the homicide, please contact El Cajon Police Department. And another really important thing is that this is potentially the most violent crime that has been committed against an American Muslim in our community. And there may be many others that just have not been reported. So it is very important to report hate crimes. If you are a victim of a hate crime in San Diego County, please report it to our organization. And we can be reached at info@sandiego.cair.com.
You know, some people, Sadaf, have compared Alawadi's death to that of 17-year-old Trayvon Martin, as you bring up a hate crime situation with what is being investigated for Alawadi. Is that a fair comparison?
Right. Right now, Ms. Alawadi's homicide is in the early stages of the investigation, so we are monitoring the situation very closely, but we don't want to jump to any conclusions right now. We want to give the police department a fair amount of time to do the investigation as thoroughly as possible and investigate all potential motives and not just strictly focus on the hate crime motive.
Sadaf Hane, Civil Rights Director for the Council on American-Islamic Relations in San Diego. Thanks for your time this morning. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.